Hi, I'm Tim Shimbar, the Vice President for Technology at AMT, the Association for Manufacturing Technology. One of the things that we do are we track the trends that are happening in our manufacturing technology space. And there are some very interesting happenings going on in what we call transformative technologies. They used to be a bit disruptive, but now we think that they are transforming the businesses of today for manufacturing in the future. And we talk about artificial intelligence and augmented reality and additive manufacturing, generative design, and cognitive automation. These types of transformative technologies are making manufacturing positioned to be better in the future than we ever thought it could be because of these enabling technologies. We think it's going to build bigger and better and more businesses with different business models, in which India is well positioned with artificial intelligence and cognitive automation to understand the integration of the information technology world and our manufacturing technology world.
Hello, my name's Mark Saunders from Renishaw. I'm Director of AM Applications and I focus on helping companies to deploy metal additive manufacturing for series production. Here at IMTEX, we are focusing on high productivity additive manufacturing. As companies move from using additive for 3D printing and prototyping towards series production of volume parts, the emphasis on part cost and process efficiency increases. And so modern additive manufacturing machines are being designed to reduce the cost of additive components by being more productive. The way that we're doing this is by deploying multiple lasers. So at the show here for the first time at IMTEX, we are demonstrating our quad laser machine, which runs 4 lasers simultaneously to build parts at a far faster rate than was possible on previous machines. This means that the cost per part is reduced and it enables additive to be used in a wider range of applications than before. Other features of these technologies are increased process monitoring capabilities. So what that means is that we're able to look at the process as it executes and gather data about the process to give us traceability of what's happened and to reduce costly non-destructive testing afterwards. Again, this all comes around to improving part costs.
My name is Jose Verghese and I am from DMG Mori, India. DMG Mori worldwide is a global leader in the machine tools. And today I would like to briefly touch upon 3 major topics wherein it would showcase how DMG Mori is taking steps in the right direction to give the right solution to the customers in the industry. As we know that machining itself has becoming more and more challenging these days. And in order to ease out these in terms of production, processes, planning, monitoring, and so on, DMG Mori has come out with certain innovation technology. I'll touch upon 3 major topics here. The first would be the integrated digitization. DMG Mori is in the forefront as far as the digitization is concerned. We are pushing towards universal digitization at all levels of value creation. So when I say all levels, from upstream manufacturing, planning through digital monitoring of production up to digital services. Now what does this mean? Integration of digitization for machines, processes, and services. And this is achieved also through silos. Silos is an operating system devised by DMG Mori standing for Control Efficiency Lead Operating System, where it creates the right environment for the machine operator within the machine for all the machine features. And this can include then the messenger, the condition analyzer, the performance monitor. I'll get into those details. The second platform what DMG Mori has developed is the Estas Platform, which helps the customer in production planning, monitoring, and also giving an overall cockpit review. Now, these are setting the pathway towards Industry 4.0 under integral digitization. This enables step-by-step entry into networked production, because this is what most of the key stakeholders in the industry, especially in the machining industry, they are looking for, a networked production, so that all the data are available on their fingertips on a click of a button. Now, like I mentioned about the silos environment, which is machine specific, this being the first step. The second is the upstream and the downstream processes through production environment which exists at the customer end. The systems which the customers follow, it could be SAP or whichever enterprise program, resource programs are available at the customer site. This goes hand in hand with that. And the third is to create a multi-vendor digital platform, which I already mentioned about Estos. Now, what does it do? They form a type of open market space accessible to everyone, including all our partners. It could be metrology partners, tooling partners, fixture partners, any other service provider beyond these. Another point worth mentioning here as a part of the digitization is also the DMG Mori Net service. Now, this is installed in the machine using an IoT connector. The net service makes it possible for machine operators, also service experts and technicians who are there at remote places, maybe it could be at our factories in Germany or in Japan, to interact in a remote service session by means of a multi-user conference to quickly find a joint solution for service issues. Even what is possible is a live streaming of situation at the site through service camera. So this service camera is also being displayed at our booth, and the customers are welcome to witness this under operation. The second point what I wanted to touch upon was the integrated automation. And here the idea is to provide the customer with a customized, integrated and reliable solution from engineering through fixture, toolings and NC programs up to integral automation, and everything through one source. This would be DMG Mori. Customers don't have to look beyond this and then struggle to make them integrate. Also in the booth, we have the display of integrated automation by the means of Robo2Go, which is a traveling robo, easy to position, and also which is collaborative in nature. The third point was concerning the additive manufacturing. This is the emerging trend because the subtractive manufacturing or the material removal alone is not the solution to the complex materials which are emerging in future, the exotic materials which are finding their place, be it avionics, aerospace industry, or even engineering these days. And therefore, DMG Modi, through their 20 years of experience in laser technology, they have a holistic competence in this laser technology. But there were always two types of technologies. One was the powder nozzle method, which was also integrated with one of our metal cutting machines to make really complex design parts. And the second is the selective laser melting process using the powder bed technique. The highlight of this particular machine that we are displaying in the booth is also the replug module system for fast powder material change. It takes less than 2 hours. And as we know, additive manufacturing is supposed to or expected to grow at a rate of something like 18 to 25% over the coming years. And we feel that DMG Modi is rightly placed in this direction to offer customer a complete solution, be it metal removal or metal addition. Thank you so much for this opportunity given to us to present these three emerging technologies in this session. Also, what was of interest to us was the 8th International Seminar on Machining Technologies, which is ongoing, and we were fortunate to have the first session. I believe that this is pretty well organized. The audience is the apt audience. Our topic was in large parts manufacturing, and there was a lot of interaction which happened during this session, and we feel that in future such steps by IMTMA would bring the customer and the supplier or the OEM manufacturer together closer, so that together we are able to find a better place in the manufacturing world. Thank you.
Hello, my name is David Zillert. I'm Vice President, Rolling System and Head of Global Segments from the company LMT Tools in Germany. I'm responsible for the strategic approach and the development and sales for all thread rolling tools, and it's a pleasure for me to be here at the International Seminar on Machining Technologies and of course later on the IMTEX exhibition. We are identifying that a lot of new trends coming to the market. So in our industry especially, there are two very important messages as a trend available. We are talking about Industry 4.0 and we are talking about additive manufacturing, and these two keywords are in everybody's mind and everybody's mouth. So, and we as LMT Tools in Germany can also not hide for these two keywords. And I'm pretty proud to be here and talk about these two technologies, what we identified for our LMT Tools group. We have for our segment thread rolling, for example, a new tool available which we are presenting here at the IMTEX exhibition. It's called a tangential EvoLine rolling head, and this EvoLine rolling head includes these two keywords, obviously. It's including additive manufacturing and it's including Industry 4.0. To talk about additive manufacturing, I had here a seminar about additive manufacturing in tool engineering application, what kind of application you can identify in order to do additive manufacturing, and in the end we came to the tangential rolling head. The tangential rolling head were made with additive manufacturing. We 3D printed the arms, and we found out in our development phase that we have right now a 1.5 higher breakage resistance, because you can do right now other methods, like you can do different radii on the tool, you can leave more material on some spaces where you have no possibility with a conventional production. So, and all these little things regarding additive manufacturing leads to new features, which gives us a USPs for the customer. And in the end, if you're talking about additive manufacturing, we could also include some coolant and some coolant channels, which create a better coolant flow in order to cool the roll and the process, and of course to wash away the chips. So now we are able with 3D printing to bore around the corner. It's unique. Before we can only bore a hole, now you can bore directly around the corner. So in this kind of additive manufacturing gives us a lot of features and benefits for our tools. Regarding Industry 4.0, I can tell you that the demands of our customer is that the precision tool in the end is communicating with their machine in order to identify failure parts or to identify maybe failures in production process. So we started the first step to learn. We are talking that we are learning walking in electronical things, to combine electronical things with a precision tool, and we clearly developed an electronical chip together with a rolling force sensor, which is implemented into the rolling head. So this rolling force sensor is measuring the rolling forces during the process, and this rolling head is self-learning. After the first 50 parts, it's identifying the norm curve of the rolling force. And the chip is identifying and measuring against this norm curve. So, and in the end, we can get an information what kind of thing happened to that rolling process, what kind of failure parts we created. And this gives us a little advantage. This is the first step of learning walking. So, and including to the chip, we also have a battery, which is giving the energy to that chip and to that sensor, which is also using Bluetooth and can connect with your mobile. And this battery is sometimes maybe empty. So, are you willed to change the battery? Me not. So, and for that reason, we identified a very, very unique thing, and we also patented that, that we are creating our own energy. We are calling it energy harvesting. Inside of the rolling head, there are rotating parts, and these rotating parts, due to induction, are creating energy, and this energy will be saved on the battery. So that means our customers and neither our technical experts should change the battery. This gives us a little advantage for sure to have a long time running system which creates a lot of information, and now you can talk to your rolling head. So it's like bringing your car to your workshop when it has to do an inspection. Now you can talk to your tool. This is the first step. The next step, we are working closely with Machine Tool Producer and with some other companies together in order to make the connection between the tool and the machine. This will be step number 2, and we are hopefully proud next year to present something in this regard. But first of all, we have to learn a little bit more about electronical things, because you know we are mechanical engineers, and now we have to combine this mechanical engineering with electronical engineering. And I'm pretty proud and pretty happy that we are having a solution and an answer to that 2 keywords, Industry 4.0 and additive manufacturing. We are here at the IMTEX exhibition 2019, and I kindly invite you to our booth. It's in hall number 3A, stand A120. You are kindly invited to see our new tool, see it in physical. We are pleased to give you a physical demonstration. So very warm welcome, and thank you very much for your attention. Thank you.